Take a second, take a listen. Oh yeah. Think the same, but we so different. Oh yeah. Just hear me out, you about to get a little one. You about to get a little.
Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of a little R&R podcast.
It's just us. It's your boy Ramont.
And I'm Reese. It is. We're coming to you live and direct. Well, not live in this moment because when you're getting it isn't live, but we're live right now. And direct from an undisclosed location in the DMV area. And Ramont is correct. It is just us.
We have no one to introduce.
We started off the year with guests, which we appreciate.
Good.
And yeah, it was a good time.
Absolutely.
But now it's back to the OGs of this shit right here. So, welcome back.
Hey, guys. What's up?
How are you?
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It has.
What's going on?
A lot.
A lot with you?
Well, not in that sense. It's just been a minute since it's just been us and for us to sit here and like have a conversation like we normally do.
Like the good old days. Like last year. Last year was the last time that we were together like this.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was only 30 days ago.
Wait, was it after the last episode? Whatever episode we talked about Happy New Year, people that listen were like, "Oh, Happy New Year."
You hate that.
Leave me alone. Like they were intentionally getting on my nerves.
I don't understand what the people did to you.
I just don't understand it. Again, we won't go down that road, but it doesn't make sense to me.
We will one day, just not today.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have any updates? There's a lot of Wi-Fi's around here. I don't like rude. I notice I don't like rude people. I'll find it eventually. Don't worry about it.
No. I just want you to. There's one that's.
That's funny.
No, there's another one. Brief intermission.
Not brief intermission. Oh no, I thought that was the name.
No.
It's fine. I don't need it right now. But I don't like rude people. So, two instances. One, I was at the gym and I wanted the bench, and it was a young lady standing next. It was like the bench, the young lady right here, and then she had a bench next to her. And she was like in the middle, like working out, like with a app or whatever like that. So I was just like,
with an app, like she was following an app.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I guess it was like coaching her through like do this, and you know how whatever. Mm-hmm. So gym talk. I pointed because she had her headphones on. I would say, "Hey, are you?
Can I get that?"
And she was like, "This."
Give me a second. I'm interpreting.
I don't like this.
Oh, you don't?
It depends on how it comes across. And at first, when she first did it, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe she'll like take out her headphones and say, no, I'm good, or she'll be done. Mm-hmm. So I stood, and she's still working out with this little app. And she hasn't acknowledged me. So I like go grab, some weights or whatever, and I like stood back. This is like, okay, maybe she'll turn around and tell me. This bitch continued to work out. So I have an attitude because of the simple fact that you weren't using it.
So the bench next closest to you, she wasn't using.
I just walked up. So then I just like went back to the open area back here. But I was going to take it so I could use it.
Right.
Or move it away from her so I could use it. Like I wasn't going to be next to her. Like I was going to take away. But it was the simple fact that you weren't using it.
I get it.
So now I got an attitude. Because you still sitting here doing your little app shit.
She said, wait.
She did this. And she never turned around. She never acknowledged me. And I sat there and I did 2 sets.
Oh no.
No, I did 3. And she never said anything. Like, so, like, you rude. Like, that's rude to me. Like, if you weren't using it, just say, just like, no, go hit. You know what I mean? But you weren't using it.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, what was the wait a minute for then?
Right, exactly.
Like, was it pause, give me a second, I'm about to use it or whatever? But whatever. Okay. So how did it end?
I just went on about the day.
Oh, okay. Fuck her.
Facts. Fuck her.
So what was the other instance? Because I find it not funny, but I don't feel like you always acknowledge people in, I guess, their rudeness. Like, I feel like you're just very nonchalant. Like, you don't give a fuck. So I'm interested.
I do my favorite line, rude.
But you say that, but I don't think that, like, I don't feel like like me, I am passionate about when people are rude. Like, it irks me. So I've never known it to really bother you. You just be like, oh.
No, I'll be like, well, that's rude. Or I'll be like, rude. I'll verbalize it.
Well, that's rude.
I will do that.
I've heard it. But I mean, I've heard it to me. So I'm like, whatever.
And I say it to strangers. Or you'll see it on my face.
Well, yeah. In your eyes, because the mask.
And then the second one, I told you guys, like, when I was getting my car service and I had to get windshield wipers, and my sales guy was like, go to the counter and ask them for the windshield wipers, and I'll put them on for you. Just bring them to me. And so I went over there. I was like, hey, my service guy told me to come over here, and he did this.
Over there.
And he did this. And it is like, I'm not finished what I'm saying.
Right. I haven't completed my thoughts. Right.
And you just did, like, you fat bitch. Like, all this went through my mind. Thank God for mask. Like, all this, because...
So you shame him because of his weight, because he was rude?
Absolutely. I went all the way there. Because it's like, I'm not, like, I come over nice and polite, hi, my service guy, and you just do this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't say good morning, you don't say hello. Like, all you're doing is sitting here with two computers, leaned back in your chair like this. It's like, you can let me finish, or you can be nice about it. So when I say exactly what I need, he was like, oh, wish it just, like, so I did need to see you.
Right. So I will say this. Not to defend necessarily, but I think that sometimes people in jobs get in this routine of the same things happening, right? So people probably come to him and they actually need to go to wherever he was directing you. And so you
need to go through customer service training.
I agree, because I'm learning. I am learning while we don't talk about work, I'm learning to be mindful that your situation, while very similar to someone else's, may be very different. Mm-hmm. Meaning, I need to handle you with the same courtesy and respect that I give. Everyone needs the same thing, because what you may come to me and say, hey, I need, and it sounds, initially it sounds just like what the last person needed. And I'm like, oh my God, just do, and you're like, no, that's not my whole situation.
Right.
So I agree with you that he probably does need some training, but also a little grace.
Who gave grace?
Him.
Oh, I was like, because I ain't give no, it wasn't coming from me. I don't need no grace. Who's she?
Do you say grace?
I do.
No, who is Grace?
Who's she?
I don't know nobody. The only Grace I ever knew was Grace. She was in, we were at elementary school together. Grace Namia.
Oh.
Shout out to Grace Namia if she's out there and listening.
Do you want to tell the listeners about the party we went to? Or how we got there? I'm sorry to jump around, but I've been waiting for this one.
Are you talking about the leather situation?
Yes.
Okay. So Ramont, Ramont wrangled us together.
I got the girls together.
He said that he wanted to go to a party. And so if you don't know, or if you haven't heard, it was a deviant party, which is celebrating body positivity is the best way I can describe it. Mm-hmm. So Ramont was like, oh, we should go. And so we've had a conversation, and everybody's like, yeah, we're going to go. And of course, when you're planning a trip with 30 friends, all 30 want to go when you're first talking about it. But then you get down, ended up being 4 of us, 4.5.
Well, damn, I thought it was the whole group wasn't going to go. I think we established that from the beginning. The whole group wasn't going to go.
At least one was like, I'm down.
I think he was just playing.
I think that he was down, but I think
the other
partner said we ain't going, and so they didn't come. Anyway, so the party comes, and it was the theme. It's typically they're themed. Sometimes they do have the theme is no theme, and you can kind of do what you want to do. And again, it's celebrating body positivity, so you kind of wear what you want and celebrate your own body.
Okay.
So the theme was leather. I don't think any of us own leather, so Ramont coordinated a field trip to go pick up said items for a deviant party. So we're going to go through this whole story. So Ramont sets up the field trip, and we get together. So me and Tonio we get together and we make our way to the location.
You can tell them it was a sex store. You can tell them it was a sex store. So we went to a sex store. One of them. Okay, come on.
We went to 2.
Yeah, we went to 2. So we went to the first sex store.
But when we went to the first, so this is what I wanted to tell y'all about Ramont's mean ass. We go to the sex store. I mean, we go. Now that we've said it. So me and Tonio get there, and Ramont wasn't quite there yet. So we get out, we go to Starbucks or whatever. So when I see Ramont, I'm excited, right? And I grab his arm because, one, it's cold. And I'm like, hey, I'm excited to see you. So I grab his arm because we have visual. And my friend said, don't touch me.
I apologize.
You did not apologize. Are you
No, I'm apologizing now.
Oh, received. But it was very rude.
I have an attitude problem.
Sometimes. And I don't think that I've gotten much of it until like
so
nowadays.
And it's funny, like in that moment I realized like I have an attitude problem.
But the motherfucker did not apologize until 20 days later.
So
because it's the acknowledgement of in the moment I realized it.
I did. Because I felt the attitude coming, because the longer I stood there, the more I got, quote unquote, irritated.
But I told you. So when we got there, I told you we were going to Starbucks. And
so the communication of we're going to Starbucks had it just didn't, like, I was already out of my car and parked. It wasn't like you said it like when I was looking for a parking spot. Mm-hmm. I was already out and about to walk up. So it was cold.
Gotcha.
So that's what it came from. I was standing there cold. Like if you had sent it like when I was looking for, I wouldn't have gotten out of my car.
Understood.
So that's where it came from. It was it was all in the timing.
Understood.
And I didn't know that you guys were already there.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
So go ahead and tell them what happened in the sex store.
We get in this sex store, and the motherfucking sex store doesn't have much of any. So everything was super expensive. Let's start there. Like all the leather shit was. I mean, and I guess the leather is expensive. So all of the leather stuff, like the harnesses and things like that, were expensive. Now, body positivity. We had that conversation about body positivity.
Yes, we did.
I'm just not a huge fan of the whole thing, and not that I'm insecure, but I know that I'm a little fluffy right now because it's winter.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, it's because it's winter. Well, I haven't done anything.
Okay.
I've been just kind of. Do you want to tell this story? Because is there another reason that you think? Okay.
Go ahead with your story.
So we're looking for things to wear, and to follow the theme. We love a theme. We've established that
absolutely
before. So. I'm looking for something to wear. Ramont found something fairly quickly.
Yes.
Tonio found something. I think you guys ended up wearing the same harness.
We bought the same harness, but he didn't wear hers.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So they bought the same thing. And so then my goofy ass, I'm looking for something, right?
Anything that will cover you up.
Yeah. Because, I'm fluffy-ish. Not fat, but fluffy. Anyway, so I find this situation.
Oh, Lord.
And I was like, okay, cool. So we get that. Then we go to another one. We get some cover, like a shirt to go over. I wanted a shirt. I think Tonio ended up getting a shirt as well. Or a tank top or something. I think we ended up getting the same shirt.
And we all got the same shorts.
Right. So which
are very cute.
We have our outfits and we get together. No, we get home and everybody's kind of doing their thing. And then the group chat starts going about getting ready.
Because it was late. Let's start there.
It started at fucking 11.
This how you know we old. Because we looked at that time. We said, baby.
It started at 11. I was like, oh no. So I felt like I needed to take a nap, and I think I did.
I think we all took a nap.
Yeah. So I get up.
That's the only way we was going to make it.
Getting ready, and I put on this leather-ish, because it was not real leather, leather-looking
outfit
thing. It wasn't an outfit thing. Stretch. I wish I had it here. Put it together and put it on it. I felt like I looked like a busted biscuit can. I was like, this ain't gonna work. Like it was like boom, boom, boom. I said, this ain't gonna work. So then I put the shirt over it and I was like, nope, this ain't gonna work. And so it was at that moment that I was not going anymore. And I think I put in the group chat, y'all have fun.
No.
I did. I did.
I don't think you did. We didn't realize you weren't going until we all got there.
No, that is not true. That is not true. I said, and maybe it might have been taken as a joke, but I did say,
that's the recap.
Right. Okay, so then that was the come on.
Yeah, that was us trying to convince you.
I said, it wasn't a convincing thing. It was, hold on.
You got FOMO.
No.
Yes,
when
you
you
did.
said,
Is that it? Who said boo you whore?
I don't know. Anyways, we'll go back.
I don't think you, I really don't, because you couldn't have said it, because when Tonio pulled up, I was like, where's Reese? And he's like, he's not coming. And it was like, wait, what?
I said
That
Y'all
okay,
might
this is
have
where I
to
start.
back
This is where I
brief-
started off at.
y'all might have to back me. I'm definitely
You didn't say it. Your messages would be blue. You didn't say it.
That's when I said it.
But okay,
Good night. Anyway, so I didn't go.
so when you said good night, yeah, that's very vague, because I'm thinking your good night is because of what we're saying here. Like, I'm finna make a cocktail. We talking about being oiled up. So I'm thinking you know how people are like, all right, bitch, good night. Like, I'm done with you. Like, that's how I interpret it. So again, we didn't know that you weren't coming until you did not show up.
Well,
And if
no, right here.
I'm on effing 11, I'm in bed. Yeah, it's too late then. Everyone else has already plucked, shaved, and oiled.
So did I. Me too.
I'm parked. Tonio's coming around. Ernest pulling up, and you're like, I'm in bed. What? No.
So I just wasn't comfortable, right? So I was like, I'm not going.
Right.
So I got in bed, and then Ramont was. I felt the tension in the text. It was almost like you betrayed us.
You did. You
and
did.
Then Aaron jumped in, and I was like, okay.
This was each one teach one.
So I felt bad.
One band, one sound.
But I was like, I'm not one band. So then Ramont was like, you don't have to follow the theme. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, then I can throw on the net thingy and the net
And the shorts.
bottoms and make it happen. So I threw that on, get there. Now it's one something.
It's late.
It's one something. So, and I'm
And
thinking I'm going to walk right in.
And we 3 margaritas in.
Right. I think I'm going to walk right in because it's so late. No, there's a line. And there's a drunk dude who you ended up knowing. I can't tell you who. I can remember. He was a light-skinned guy, kind of short, but he was in a line talking big shit. It was just like, who are you? Who the fuck are you? And just talking shit to everybody. And I was like, yes. Because he can't, and I was like, that. I told you, I was like, that's the one that I was talking about outside. Because he was like, who are, not to me, he was talking to someone else. He was like, who the fuck are you? Da 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 da. And
Did
he
you
was,
have glasses on?
and he was like, just talking a lot of shit. And I was just like, okay, this is a lot. And then the dude that he was talking to kept bumping into me. And I was like, okay, it's cold outside. So finally I get in. I felt like we were about to perform because they rushed me downstairs to change.
Did.
And then I came back up.
We go on next round.
Threw my clothes in the closet. And we're walking around and all I see is nipples, harnesses, and penises everywhere.
Welcome.
Right. And then, so do we talk about the...
We don't have to.
Okay. It was just a lot. Deviant was a situation.
It was a good time. We had a good time though.
It was fun.
We were not
It was an
expecting to
experience.
stay in until it was almost over, because I think it ended at 4 or 5. So we left around 4 a.m.
I think it was, yeah.
And we ain't done that in a long time.
And then, yeah.
I ain't wake up to 1 o'clock the next day.
I can't even tell you when I got up. It was just, I remember getting up and being like, because my shorts and everything, I was like, I wore that out in public, walking around. But there was body positivity. There was some big guys, small guys. Everybody was very,
And everyone was comfortable. Like, it was, I like the atmosphere of it. Like,
the only thing that I would say to those individuals attending deviant functions is body odor is a real thing.
oh,
So do what you need to do. When you're wearing less clothes, maybe put on more deodorant or whatever. Because there was some funky bodies in there.
oh,
You didn't
Which I don't remember much.
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah. See, I wasn't. Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Because when I came in, I think I ended up having 2 drinks. But
Yeah, we was.
if I had 2, then that means y'all had 5. So it was interesting, but and I had a good time too. It was very. It was a positive vibe. I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some funky bodies in there. Funky bodies, and then a lot of touchy-feely people as well. Which I guess less clothes makes you feel more comfortable to touch and feel. And I'm like,
if I don't know you, don't touch me.
yeah. And even if I do, be careful. Like, I don't understand the touching. Like, I don't know why guys want to touch you and on your bottom, the bottom of your back, and then your butt. Like, I don't understand that. Like, if I hug someone, I'm either hugging around your back or maybe your neck, but not so low. And I feel like dudes always, not always, but I just feel like when dudes do that, I'm like, stop. Like, why are you doing
like,
it? Yeah, that's weird. Like, you're not my dude. Like, stop. Or my girlfriend.
I don't even think you would let your dude do it. Probably not.
Next topic. So Deviant was a good time.
What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
So I finally finished there's a course that I needed to finish for my job and everything. Finally done. So I'm proud of myself. That's why I'm drinking today.
Oh, cheers.
I've been saving bottles upon bottles to celebrate. But we're about to go into February, and I'm not drinking in February. So we'll see how that works.
God, every month you're not drinking. I'm tired of this.
It's not every month. It was December, but I ended up folding.
You gonna fold in January? We have things to do in January. I mean, February.
Okay, I can drink during the show for work. It comes with the job. I'll drink during the show. But other than that, go ahead.
Speaking of courses, school
Has been kicking your ass. I know, but talk about it.
No, not that part. But we got to do like discussion posts, and you have to respond to people. I don't I don't want people to respond to me
because you feel like you need to respond to them. Wait, can't you though? It's a discussion panel. I mean, discussion thing.
You're not required to. The only requirement that you have is to respond to is to reply to a student's post. But I'm not required to respond to their
back. Response. Right.
You know,
But you
not
want
unless
to.
they ask me a question. Because I'm sure this bitch. Because it caught me off guard.
I feel like since we said we're not talking about work, now that you're in school, it's another
we're not.
conversation.
No, because we're not always going to talk about this.
No. I'm just saying it's another thing though that is gonna be talked about. Well,
Your discussion post is written to be easy and not overwhelming. Bitch.
what?
Bitch. Basically, how I interpret it, that was just the first line. How I interpret it is basically.
I thought that was it.
No, you put too much information in here, so it should have been easy. So it should have been shorter. It should have been easy to read and not overwhelming. Well, bitch, if it was overwhelming for you, the message wasn't for you. Move around, ho. But I can't go on there. This not Facebook. I can't go on. I can't post a gym.
It'd have been this one. Bitch, what? I could see that. That would irritate me. It would. Yeah.
That's all I like for people to respond.
People are entitled to their opinion.
I mean, it's for it. I get it. You know, I have to say certain things and, you know, respond to people or whatever.
But did she say anything else of value afterwards?
Yeah. She had to like include some other stuff in it, but that was just the first line.
So she had you fucked up.
Yeah. Like, you lucky that's not in person.
Ma'am, let's meet. Let's chat. Let's talk about it. What class is it?
That's for my information systems.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up. I gotta take some more class. I hate school. Thinking about it makes my head hurt.
Oh,
I don't like school at all. I don't think I should whisper.
I don't think you should either.
Because I feel like sometimes when I'm listening back, I can't hear. I'm like, what did I say? What did you say? So what else?
That's all I had.
I feel like you had a list of things.
Really?
I felt like you did. Because we haven't really talked.
I'll probably remember
You
and then I
sound very
forgot.
irritated lately. That's why I be like, "Are you okay?" And you be like, "I'm fine." I'd be like, "Okay."
Because it's a lot going on. It's work, it's school, it's this, it's personal time. Like it's like trying
This is
to.
a burden for you.
First of all, you treated the podcast like the stepchildren anyway, because acting is your first love. Yes, we already
Wait
had this.
a fucking
we had
minute.
this discussion,
Sir, what we're not gonna do.
We had this discussion.
We talked about. Okay, we didn't end the conversation. So
we didn't?
We didn't because that's
Okay.
not the truth.
Okay,
I make so
and I do too.
right, but I don't make it sound like a burden.
I didn't say this was a burden.
Okay, I asked the question and you.
I said you treat it like a stepchild.
How?
Because of your little acting. I'm sorry, let me know.
You said it already. Little acting. Thanks for the support.
I had Law in front of something. We'll get somebody together every time. Like, bitch, what? Fighting words.
Okay. No. What was I gonna say? I do enjoy acting, but it comes in spurts. So I feel like any other outside of that, it's not my first priority, but it's a scheduled situation. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you understand.
Yeah.
I think we both make sacrifices, but I love being here.
Me too. But you was saying that I sounded irritated lately, and it's just I know I have something going on, and I have to make time for everything. It's just like when
is there time for me? For you.
Yeah.
Right. I get it.
At this point, I don't have time.
I feel the same way. I think that actually getting those courses out of the way, I feel like I do have that has freed up some time, but at the same time, I need to finish some other things. So it's that time is going to be the time that I was investing in that now has to be moved over to something else, which I guess is life. So whatever. I'm not complaining, but yeah. And then the acting thing is about to pop up again.
So I gotta go back on the schedule.
I'm about to.
You got pencil me in.
I
no, understand.
I'm gonna.
It's okay.
Next topic, please.
Did we talk about your birthday?
Yeah.
Did we? No, because we had
Yeah.
guests. So I don't think maybe we did.
We did. I think we did.
Mm-hmm.
It was my birthday fell on a Tuesday,
It did.
and so
I think after your birthday is when we recorded with Q.
no.
Yeah.
I thought no. You're right. You're right. Because when did Keenan and Antonio come on? That was first.
Beginning, yeah.
That was very okay. So yeah, it was after that. We just had not just, but we did a Taco Tuesday. It was very low key, but it was. I had a good time. I always have. A good
better
time.
had.
I always have. The pictures turned out really good. I was really happy. It was really.
You always get a good
in the
picture.
moment. Huh?
You always get a good picture.
I'm gonna take a photography class, a selfie, or not a selfie because it's not me. I need to take a photography class. I want to get one more good picture of you because I already took a good picture, but it's not really celebrated as I feel like it should be. So we're gonna work.
It's a meme.
It's a good picture regardless. You're a jerk. You're a fucking asshole, and I don't understand why.
I'm not. Speaking of, our friends can't come on because they can't hold that liquor.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
I was gonna say it.
They cannot.
And it's weird. It's just like when did you?
We be fine.
And we be looking at
I don't think we've ever been on and been
absolutely not
like that. I was just like, what the
But
fuck
every
is
time,
going
it's
on?
like, how much did y'all have? We have the same amount.
I
Like,
think the only I will give Keenan and Antonio, I think that because they were drinking a little bit before, because
but Tonio's been on. He's been fine.
yes. Q,
No, Keenan, absolutely not.
Omari.
Absolutely not.
Omari keeps talking about, well, when
Water.
I said, sir.
All our guests
you
will
can't
get
come.
water from now on.
I ain't gonna say that because some of them are better when they look it up a little bit.
But at what point do we stop though? We don't know where it's going to go.
Well, you saw I had to cut Keenan off. Nicely, sir. That's it.
Yeah, he was like, is this something? She's like, no.
Sip it slow, sir. Just slow roll that shit until we get through this episode. Because that was just... Thank you guys for coming, Keenan. We appreciate you. Tonio, we appreciate you. Q, Omari, one day you'll come back again. Omari will definitely have
Yeah, he has to get his video.
Oh, yeah.
He has to get his video.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what? Like you said, how much did you drink? But I think maybe nerves. So I think that liquor allegedly.
But I could see if we had
nerves.
a audience per se, like then I could be nervous. Like I have to go out here and speak in front of these people, but it's just us.
Yeah, and then it is just a conversation. It's not like we're asking questions and they don't know what, you know what I mean? It's not an interview. So I don't know.
Okay.
We
ain't gonna go on our friends too hard.
I guess we can appreciate that they don't have to watch what they're drinking when we're hanging out. But when it comes to work,
when it comes to work,
we need a different vibe.
Absolutely. So you wanted this topic, and I feel as if you have some backstory to it, or you have an example to go into it.
I think there's a lot of examples, but I think that we had a conversation, or I don't know, I think we were out and we were just talking about respect. And you had mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, that respect is earned.
Yeah.
And I feel like respect is you just give respect. And then if a person shows that it's not deserved, then that's when you pull back. So for me, I look at it and I want to take it outside of the work, but specifically at work, I think that's, for me, it's just a given. You respect me, I respect you. And when I talk about respect, it's about my time, the way that you talk to me, those type of things. It's like, it's the way that we communicate.
Friends?
It's the same.
What about with family member?
Same thing. I think that there's a level of, I think that sometimes people think they can get away with shit because they are friends and family. And they feel like they can not intentionally disrespect, but maybe not be as respectful as we may want them to be. Some people require a lot more. Like, for instance, well, that's not respect, but I don't like, and I think we've talked about this, I don't like my mama to text me and be like, give me da-da-da-da. Like, sometimes she'll hit me up and be like when she does her jewelry thing, and she'll be like, where am I sending this? Ma'am, hello. Like, to me, respect is a greeting.
You can't expect you from someone else.
Great. But
because I don't do that. My greeting come after I say what I gotta say. Oh, right. You don't like that?
And so when I get a text from Ramont, I'd be like, so I do.
But it's coming from a good place.
I don't think that it's coming from a bad place, no. But I still feel like a greeting should come.
And again, I don't. In my crazy little mind, I feel like if I type in a greeting, I'm gonna forget what I gotta say. So I gotta type it out. You type out your thoughts first. Like, I'm literally, when I'm typing you, I'm like, ooh, and I'm just typing it out. But I'm not conscious of the time of day or anything like that. I'm just literally typing out my thoughts because the thought just came in my head.
And I'm learning, so I'm like, okay. I don't take anything. I don't take that to heart necessarily, but I think it's just a little bit like, I think you should greet. It's a greeting. It's like, I don't like somebody to come to me and be like, I need you to da-da-da-da. Hello, hey, how are you? Can you please?
And with work, like, I hate greetings in emails. Like, to put together a greeting, hey, how are you? I hope all is well. And then,
just good morning. Irritating. Good morning, good afternoon, hello. But I get it. I hate when people call and they're like, this whole dissertation, hey, how are you? How's it going? How's the weather?
Like, girl, what do you want? Exactly. What do you want?
But going back to respect, I think that I think that you should just give it. Again, not just give it, but I think that everyone it's just a given to just respect off top. Now, if you are met, like if somebody comes at you sideways, disrespectfully, then yeah, you kind of and I don't like that. I hate when people, I'm gonna match their energy. I don't think you should. I'm gonna do what works for me, but because sometimes I think that people come aggressively and it's not intentional. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna meet you with aggression, but I am going to, in my own way, let you know that might not work.
Honestly,
for me.
Don't do it's just how I talk. No. Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's just how I am. No,
that's not an excuse.
Right?
Yeah. I agree with that. So a lot of time, not a lot of times, but I have some friends who, when I meet their other friends, I'm not received well. So, short story, Marquise had a birthday function, I want to say in New York. I went, met some of his other friends, and they were just like, we don't vibe. And I was just like, whatever. And so Marquise was like,
so did you respect them after that?
I respected, because that's their opinion. Like, you don't know me. So how, and my thing is, you can have an opinion, and I guess you can judge me based on how, you're going to Google.
What I want to say, I want to look up the respect definition because you didn't provide us with a definition.
You're right. But so you can feel you're entitled to feel how you feel about me. But at the same time, I think that you have to also, you don't have to, but you should give me an opportunity to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your opinion of how I how I interact with someone else, that doesn't say anything about how I would interact with you. Like, if I met one of your friends that I don't know, and they're like, "Ooh, I don't like Reese because of the way he talks to you," well, mind your business. And because how we interact is how, there's a reason that we interact the way that we do. And that was the problem, but that was the guy's issue. He was just like, he didn't like the way that me and Marquise interacted. I'm like, but me and Marquise have been friends for years, and this is just how we do. You know what I mean? So your opinion of it is yours, but you want to judge me off that, that's okay too, but give me an opportunity. So when it all came to head, it was like, he spoke his piece and I spoke my piece, and I respected his opinion, but we'll never be friends. Like, it was just kind of like, we can agree to disagree.
A feeling of admiring someone or something that is good, valuable, important. A feeling or understanding that someone or something is important, serious, etc., and should be treated in an appropriate way.
I think that takes a lot of thought.
High or special regard.
I just think that you should respect people until you're given a reason not to. Because I felt like, again, the conversation was, you was like, it's earned.
So, because it seemed like you're saying I should respect you until you give me a reason not to. Like, that's like giving a lot. Like, I'm not going to be rude to you, but for me to say I respect you, like, I don't know. It just seems so. It just seems so powerful. Like, I respect. Like, I don't know. It just seems so powerful. Like, I'm giving this person this much, and I don't even know you or anything like that. But
why
I'll
not?
be courteous. I'll be kind to you and everything like that. But why are we at the level of respect?
I think respect is just like to me, it's just a given. Like, I hear what you're saying, but it feels like to me, that's like the difference between like and love. Like, I love you once I've gotten into who you are, how you make me feel, how, like, there's a love there. But off top, I mean,
right, you build up to loving, outside of a parent and child or whatever the case may be. Just like you build up to a level of respect. Like, what are you doing that is making me respect you? You know what I mean?
Sorry for touching you.
Respect my personal space.
There's a line. No, I get it. And I think that what you said, you build up to a level. So there's levels to it. Now, I'll give you that. I think that, again, just in general, for me, and maybe my level or my thought of respect isn't that deep. It seems like yours is a lot deeper. Like, there's a lot attached to that. Yeah. For me, it's just,
you looking at it like manners.
Yes, very much so. Very much like, okay, I don't have a reason not to respect you. You know what I'm saying? You're a human being. You're going to get that respect from me. Now, if you come sideways talking crazy, or you have things that you do, the way that you move, which I guess goes back to the point of, Marquise's friends seeing how we interacted, and maybe he just didn't like that and he didn't respect me. Again, he's entitled to that.
Right,
but I think that you should at least give a person a chance to interact with you. Well, no, not necessarily. I take that back. He was entitled to that because, again, if I see you move a certain way that doesn't align with how I think or what I think is cool, then I can say, yeah, I don't respect you.
And I guess because when you throw respect out there, it's taking, like, when you say respect and you're speaking on someone, it's taken very strong, very powerful. You know what I mean? Like, if Marquise's friend, pull Marquise aside, like, I didn't like how Reese, was talking to you at the dinner, and I'm not going to respect him for the rest of this trip. Marquise is like, well, damn. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like, is that deep for you? You know what I mean?
They ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right, but if you... But if you organize the trip, great, everyone had a great time. You had the bells and whistles. Y'all went to dinner. Everything was set up nicely. This, that, and the third. And his friend was like, your friend Reese, I respect him. That's a good man over there. He organized for you. That's a real friend. I respect him. You need to keep him around, Marquise. You know what I mean? Like, it's when you say respect, you're adding so much power behind it versus, you respect the lady and because she held the door for you. Like, it just, no. Like,
but why not? Like, I get it. And again, I think that we're looking at it from just different views. Like, it sounds like you feel like respect is kind of a, like you said, like an earned thing. Like,
because to me, it holds a lot of weight, and you just put it on the same level as like being kind and courteous and have manners.
Yeah.
Like, when I talk about manners, like, we don't discuss respect when you're talking about manners.
No, but I just don't think that it's, I don't know. For me, I just feel like I respect you until I have a reason not to.
Like,
versus
whose credo has like respect, honor. It's something, one of them branches in the military is like respect, honor, or something like that.
I think that's the Marine Corps.
It may be the Marine Corps.
I mean, we're going to look.
Let's call in an expert witness.
Are you gonna
to the studio? No, I ain't calling him.
Marine Creed. Let's go with that.
It's us having these laptops and using our phones for me.
Because no, that ain't it.
Either way, but it's along those lines, like respect, honor, courage.
Honor, courage, and commitment. Those are theirs. That's the Marine Corps, so maybe it's the Navy. I remember, but maybe they took respect out of it because of you. Maybe they said, no, we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with honors, courage, and commitment. Who else?
Oh, so they all the same? They can't all be the same.
They're all similar.
Maybe it's the Army. Don't shade the Army. People listening are in the Army. Don't I'm like that.
We'll come back to that. I love all. I respect all the branches of the military. And thank you for listening to another episode of the Army Podcast.
The Army is going to drag us, and they're going to let us have it.
I don't know what just happened with that.
If that's how you feel about the Army, that's how you feel about the Army.
I don't feel no way about that. No,
it is what it is. Feel how you feel, friend. What the Army do to you? You want to talk about it? This is a safe place. If you're in the Army and would like to come on and have a conversation with Reese, please email us.
Wait. Have a conversation with me.
Yes, because
This
clearly you feel. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna mediate the conversation, but clearly you got some things you need to say.
What just happened?
Your true feelings about the Army came out, and it's okay.
No, I don't have a problem with the Army at all.
You respect the Army.
I think they have done nothing to me. Now, some individuals in the Army have, but I don't hold them responsible for the entire Army.
Okay, good. You shouldn't. All right. Whew.
I forgot where we were. Oh, we were talking about respect, and
we're both looking at it on two different levels,
right? And I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I just think,
and likewise,
I just think that. Now, I do agree that maybe, like you said, there's levels to it, right? So maybe just very surface, it's just there should be a mutual respect just for being human beings. Like, again, and if you ain't acting stupid and all of that, then I don't have no problem. Now, once you get to, if you popping your gums and you talking crazy, then the level of respect may drop.
Okay, you said the level of respect. But what would cause you to not respect a person?
Being disrespectful.
What's the difference? Right.
If you're disrespectful to me, or if you're
rude,
it's the makeup of who you are, the way that you move, and things like that. That will draw me. Or like, for instance, there is a particular individual that a business owner, a local business owner, who, in my opinion, they're the way that they seek out business, I don't respect it. I don't respect the way that they do that.
But do you respect them?
And so I struggle with how much I respect them, because they're the way that they do things. I don't respect that, and that's who you are, right? You know what I mean? Like, I won't purchase from you. If I see you, it's very hello and goodbye.
Say their name. So.
I heard what's the face in my head, Steve. I always tag him. But no,
we'll tag him in the description. So.
No, so for me, I don't respect their
business practices,
the way that they handle business. Now, them as an individual, it's questionable. It's questionable because, again, to me, this is your business and this is the way that you do it. Then, who are you as a person? And maybe because we really don't know each other that well,
right?
I don't know. But as far as business, like I said, I do not purchase, and I don't. When people speak about the business, I don't say anything bad. Okay. Now, if I'm asked my opinion, I'll give that. Because I think it's important. We're gonna have a conversation about that. I definitely want to do an episode about the support of and lack of support of the Black businesses.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you think you can, when it comes, with family members, of course, naturally you give it, but do you think you can lose respect for family members, particularly immediate family, your mom, dad, sister, brothers type of situation?
Oh, that's a hard one. But yes. So I think that I haven't had this issue, thankfully, knock on wood. But I feel like if you cross me or if you do something sideways to someone and I'm aware of it, to me that speaks to your character. And that's something like, if one of my siblings stole from another one or stole from any of our family, like that. Ugh.
But would you try to take the time to understand why they stole?
Maybe. But I don't like. Because then I'm thinking to myself, is it that they stole from someone within the family, or what if they stole from anyone? If you're a thief, you're a thief, right?
Yeah.
So do I respect that?
You don't respect thieves.
I don't.
I
don't know that there's a.
Would you just know how? Would you just move differently around them, or would you tell this person, I don't respect you because you steal?
I don't think that if it didn't ever directly have anything to do with me, I don't know that I would necessarily. I might have the conversation because I'm very but I probably would have the conversation.
You would have the conversation.
Yeah. I think I would, because if I do have a respect and love for you, then I want you to know, like, how I feel, and I don't want there to be a change and you be like, well, what happened? Or if I do change, and because sometimes, what is that word? Despite popular belief, is that how it goes? Like, a lot of people think that, well, not a lot. I've been told that sometimes I give my unsolicited opinion. I'm okay with that most of the time. But I do feel like, there is, sometimes I do. Sometimes I will weigh in on something that someone tells me and it has nothing to do with me necessarily, and they didn't ask for my opinion. And I'm like, okay, so with regard to if I had a sibling or a cousin or aunt that did some shady stuff and I'm aware of it, I don't know if I would come out and be like, yo, I know that you did this and it made me feel this way, because if it didn't have anything to do with me, then am I warranted to speak on it? Unless I'm asked. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, I can have an opinion about anything, but I don't have to speak on it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And like you said, would I move different? I definitely would probably move different, just knowing who I am. But in moving different, again, I'm not going to announce, hey, Ramont, I'm not really fucking with you no more. You probably won't hear from me that much anymore because you're a thief. Probably wouldn't do that. But if you were like, damn, Reese, I don't hear from you as much. And
no, you just can't come over my house.
Right. And I would just be like, well.
Because last time you were here, something was missing.
And I didn't know who to talk to. And I thought it was you, but then you said it wasn't. And then I saw you on Instagram and you had some shit that looked similar. And I thought it was mine, but you said it wasn't. So, no, whatever. But
when it comes to parents, a lot of times, or the social norm is you have to respect and love your parents regardless of anything. Do you think that? How do you feel about it? Like, can you lose that respect for your mom or your dad? Or
yes, you can. Me personally, I have a good mom.
Yeah. Well, duh.
And my dad is pretty good too.
Right. So, but if they did some foul stuff, either at, growing up or now in adulthood, could you be like, Mom, I don't respect you anymore because you did X, Y, and Z?
Yeah. Okay. So
you don't believe with the just because you're my parent, I have to honor thy mother and father. Like, I don't have to do that if you've done like some crazy shit, then no. Well, but there are people that, regardless, like they were like, it's my mom.
So I feel like my father. Okay, so we're being very transparent. My father did something kind of shady in the past. When I realized what it was and saw the way that it was affecting me, I was like, well, damn. And so I reached out to him and I said, hey, because again, I don't like to accuse. And then this is my father. So I'm moving a little bit differently than I would with somebody that isn't my dad.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, hey, this came up and it looks like, and he was like, and I was like, okay. So I did some more research. Hey, research says.
Per my last email.
Right. And so he was like, okay.
Right.
This is what happened, da 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 da. And I was like, well, damn. Like, why would you do something? Why would you do this one? But then why would you lie when I asked you the first time? You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like I'm in a parental role. Like, why would you lying to me? And so because he's my father and the respect that I do have for him, I was willing to have that conversation and get past it. I think because of the conversation that we had and the understanding that we came to, I don't foresee that ever happening again. And because he's my father, maybe I'm a little more comfortable in that versus it being a friend of mine. But then again, I feel like if you did some ill shit to me and we had a conversation about it and I felt like you really understood, you were apologetic and understood where I was coming from, I may be like, I don't know. I think it depends on, going back to the point, the level of respect that I had for you before said incident happened.
You see how your mind and you got, don't know. This is why you shouldn't be giving out respect the way you be giving it out. You just out here giving it out, and that's why you all confused over here. Because you're just giving it out. You need to stop giving it out.
Maybe you're right. But I just feel like you should give, like, I don't know. So what does it look like when you just,
because respect
and
doesn't
maybe
come
respect is just one of those, I keep touching you, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Maybe respect is one of those things that we, like, it's like friend. It's a word that is used, but
for
the meaning.
you.
No, I'm saying just like in general, like we say friend. Everybody ain't my friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's just period, point blank. So,
we ain't friends like that.
Right. and so maybe in my head, maybe I'm using respect like some people use friend, just very loosely. But in my head, I'm just like, okay, it's a level of respect. So if there's a level, whatever that lowest level is, I'm going to give everyone that. At least, I mean...
And I'm either you got it or you don't. Either I'm going to give it to you or I'm not.
But what does it look like when you... I don't know.
Like I just said, I just won't use it. Like it just like there's never a time you'll have to question like, do you respect me? Wait, what? How did we get there? Let's talk about this. Like, you know, like I like you. You're a nice person. You know, you never done anything wrong to me. But respect, like you haven't done anything like that.
So it's
makes,
like. So you look at respect like I look at friendship. Like we have to go through something to build a friendship.
Absolutely.
So maybe it does go hand in. I always feel like I walk away, like I come in like, this is how I feel. And then I'll be like, well, maybe you're right. Am I easily persuaded? Or am I just open to other people's thoughts and opinions and I allow them to... I don't know.
Well, we know somebody going to get on the comments and say I speak from matter of fact and not from facts.
Well, you had that conversation. Y'all had a one-on-one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it again because I ain't like his comment and his
Well,
attitude.
I think it was a lot of the...
Talk to him sober.
Let's call him now. But yeah, I get what you're saying, and it makes complete sense. I don't know. I think that my respect is lower level for everyone. And then it builds as we build.
And then you take it away if they do something.
I just think that now that if it comes to a point where I just don't respect you, I'm respectful, right?
Okay.
I can be cordial and cool, but if I don't respect you, I just don't respect you. Mm-hmm. It's hard to build that back.
Like when it comes to elders, like be respectful of your elders.
Because some of them motherfuckers is rude as fuck. Yeah. Like, who raised you? Old bitch.
Well, damn.
Because I think that some old people are just... I don't like entitled.
Drag them.
Yeah. Drive and get the fuck out of the way.
Oh, my.
In the stores, it's just... Did I tell you about the time... Did I tell you? I went to 7-Eleven and this man was in the wheelchair. Did I tell you about that?
No.
7-Eleven. I love 7-Eleven. I'm a points person. I love...
We had to put you onto the points.
Yes. You are my sister. I don't know, but I got plenty. Listen, love 7-Eleven. So I pull up to 7-Eleven. I go in. Well, I'm getting out. And I notice this guy sitting there. He is sitting in a wheelchair. He has no feet. He has legs, but no feet. Right. So a guy comes out and hands him a coffee, it looks like. And so I go in, and he was like, I want a taquito. Okay. Like, what? So in my head, I'm like, he's in a wheelchair, probably homeless, or, let me. And I was like, nigga, you don't just tell me what you want. What?
So did you not respect him in that moment?
I did not. He did respect me. He could have said, sir, I'm hungry. Can you please get me a taquito? He said, I want a taquito. Like, he act like I asked him. I didn't. So I was like, I'm not buying shit.
So when you pulled up, your respect level was here.
It was mutual. It was like not mutual. It was low level.
It was low level. So then when he
said
he went into the negative.
He done. There what?
Oh, it's just no more respect
no more.
at all. Okay.
I don't respect you anymore because I thought that was very rude. First of all, and then the crazy thing is, I thought he wanted Takis, right? The chips, the hot chips.
Oh, okay.
TAKI''S. So that was what was running through my mind. I'm like, why the fuck does he want a bag of chips? And then them motherfuckers is hot. He didn't even ask for nothing to drink. But I'm beyond that because of the way that you approached me. Mm-hmm. But fast forward to the other night, same situation. I went to 7-Eleven. I go to 7-Eleven a lot.
Clearly, I didn't know this.
I love 7-Eleven. Same situation. I walk up and the guy is like, and I barely, you hear the same thing over and over. I was like, I don't have any cash. And he was like, something to eat would be fine or something like that. And to me, I heard that and I was like, I respect you. Like, I respect the fact that you're in your truth of asking for money, but you want food. And so I went ahead and got him 2 taquitos.
Is these the chips?
No, the taquitos, not Takis.
So what is that?
Taquito, the little rolled up thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I ended up getting him two, and then so it always makes me feel good when you do something for people and it seems appreciated, right? Because I feel like a lot of people that be hustling, they be just trying to get the money. Mm-hmm. So when you buy them food, they just be like, oh, okay, and they stash it away or whatever. But he like ate it like, and I was like, okay, he was hungry, so he was really hungry. So I felt good about that. But then this other, not home, I don't know what she was. We were on the street, and she was like, do you have some money? Because I want to get something hot to drink. And I said, oh, well, there's something hot. I can get you something hot from in here. And she was like, oh, I was just looking for some money to get something hot. I said, there's something, I can get you something from in here. And she was like, well, do you have a couple dollars for, ma'am, you just want money now. So now I don't respect you. Lowest level was there. And now, none. Because you weren't being honest about what you wanted. So now I don't respect you. How did we get there? How do we get to the 7-Eleven stories?
Because you went off about old people, and then we ended up at 7-Eleven.
Old people do be trying it. I love them, but I think about how I would want my grandmother treated. That's how I try to treat old people. But sometimes the old people don't. They don't act like her. Right. They don't act like they got any sense. So.
Alrighty. Well, this was good.
Always.
I didn't give you some things to think about.
That's why we do this. I feel like you really, let me just say, I appreciate you as a friend and a coworker because you opened my mind to different ways of thinking. And I think that because of that, I'm a better person. And I hope at some point I give you some things to think about.
You do. Well. You get my wheels a turning.
I feel like, well, Ramont always says it. He's the what do you call it? What do you always say? You always say that you not challenge me. What is the word?
Devil's advocate?
Yeah, I didn't want to use devil. But yeah, okay. You do play devil's advocate. I think that Ramont can't agree with me and still be like, but no. Like, but parent, how do you think like that? Like, how the fuck are we friends and you thinking so opposite? But they say opposites attract. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of A Little R&R Podcast. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
If you are watching us on YouTube, please click the subscribe button. Mm-hmm. Leave a message. We'll respond back to you. If you have topic suggestions, throw those in the comments, or you can email us or shoot it on our IG. I would say if you want to be a guest, let us know. But if you want to be a guest, let us know what you want to come and talk about. Because if you just want to come and shoot the shit with us, not here.
Not here. Sorry.
That's management. So, but we appreciate you listening and stay tuned for a new episode in a couple weeks.
Alrighty, guys. Peace. Have a good one. Hey, guys. It's your boy, Ramont.
And I'm Reese. Check us out at A Little R&R Podcast.
You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and all your podcast streaming services.